based on what the book says, Zip gave you guys a Glock, and you guys tossed it in the back seat.
They would drove on my side, I was parked. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right. We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So today, August 17th, marks the beginning of the murder trial for Duane Keffe D. Davis for the murder of Tupac in September of 1996. He faces a very serious charge of murder with a deadly weapon and a gang enhancement, and if convicted, could face life in prison. Let's get into it. 30 years later, it looks like we may finally get some closure and clarity into the murder of Tupac Shakur and exactly what transpired on that night in September of 1996. Honestly, I find it hard to believe that you could find anyone more ridiculous than Keffe D when it comes to this type of thing. He damn near incriminates himself every time he opens his mouth. For the longest time, Keffe D had been kind of clout chasing off of the fact that he had something to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur, and now he wants to claim innocence? What are we talking about? In what alternate universe do you get to go parading around and gallivanting to and fro as though you had something to do with the murder of this high-profile celebrity to ingratiate yourself with the people so that you can sell books and get paid interviews and then come right back around later on and convince everybody of your innocence because, you know, you were forced to say those things because you had to make a living for yourself. That's your defense? And so this is who we are dealing with. And even the people on the news locally here in Florida are reporting that way leading up to his case on the news. You cannot make this stuff up. Check this out.
The murder of a rap icon has been unsolved for decades, and now the man charged in his 1996 killing in Las Vegas is going to trial.
And today, jury selection got underway. Jason is in the newsroom following this trial for us. Jason?
Calvin Nicole, 63-year-old Duane Davis is facing one charge of murder with a deadly weapon with the intent to promote, further, or assist a criminal gang in connection to Tupac's death. Now, Tupac was shot in Las Vegas on September 7th, 1996. He was in a black BMW with music mogul Marion Suge Knight on the way to a club where Tupac was scheduled to perform when a driver in a white Cadillac pulled up beside them. Second later, gunfire erupted. Shakur was shot multiple times and died 6 days later, while Knight survived. Now, the case went cold for years, but public statements and a tell-all memoir from Davis revived the case. He was the leader of the South Side Compton Crips at the time of Tupac's death. He was arrested in 2023 and pleaded not guilty. However, the trial likely won't answer the main question: who pulled the trigger? Prosecutors are planning to prove Davis made calls that led to Tupac's death and provided the gun used to shoot him. Davis is the co-author of the memoir Compton Street Legends, and the book says Davis got a handgun from an associate and tossed it into the backseat of the Cadillac, but did not say who fired the deadly shots. Now, prosecutors are expected to call 35 to 45 witnesses, ranging from people who saw Tupac moments before he was shot and people who were in Shakur and Davis's orbit at the time. A lot more to come on this. In the newsroom, Jason Carter, Local 10 News.
So as he said, this is kind of what this guy is known for. I don't know anything else about Keffe D other than his proximity to the murder of Tupac Shakur and him seeming to brag about his proximity to that murder. That's all I know about him. This is going to be an uphill struggle for him because of that. It is literally all that he has ever done that anyone knows about. And it feels like that was okay with him until the arrest started coming, until the indictment started coming, until the piled up paperwork against him that points to him as at least an accessory to murder started coming. Now, all of a sudden, it's another story. There is a memoir, as this man on the news, the local news here in Florida, not even the deep dive expose news, but just the blurb news right before the trial, as he said there's a memoir that this man has co-authored with hella evidence in it. And there's video out there of him talking about the evidence that he put in that memoir. But he's going on trial now saying that he's innocent. If implicating yourself in a crime was a person, that person would probably be Keffe D. And maybe it's just me, but it doesn't feel like you get to go on for years and years implicating yourself to a specific crime, and then one day all of a sudden you pop up in court like, I was just playing, and they just let you go home. And there are multiple videos with this man going around implicating himself just over and over. Listen to this.
Let's talk about what happens next. You know, based on what the book says, Zip gave you guys a Glock, and you guys tossed it in the backseat. And Bubble Up was a driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the backseat.
We were just all in the car together.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
No, we coming up, what's the name? What's that, Flamingo? Yeah, I think that's Flamingo. We coming up Flamingo and got to the light. We was gonna go drink and smoke some weed, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next?
And we just came, and shit. I ain't gonna go into details like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got it in the book, you played it, everything else, you know what I'm saying?
Well, in the book, you said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
Oh, shit. Once you got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
what
started shooting at Tupac and Suge.
When he starts blasting, you say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you.
Yeah.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
In
of
the backseat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside that
Jumping
car?
in. I seen the bullet going through his head. I thought he was dead.
I thought he did.
So Orlando shot him across Dre.
He leaned over on the window, go around the window, pop. They were drove on my side, I was popping. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right.
I'm not gonna go into details on that one.
Again, if implicating yourself to a crime were a person, that person will probably be Keffe D. This man is up here giving explicit details about the night that Tupac was murdered and what happened between the car that he was in and the car that Tupac was in. The car that he was in is the car where the bullets came from. And he's just giving all the details to this. Like, it's a normal thing.
Oh my God.
You might expect that from somebody from this generation, but Keffe D is 63 years old. He should know better. And he's just a babbling, and oh yeah, I'm not gonna get into details when Vlad asks him, okay, well, what happens next? Oh, well, I'm not gonna get into details, but you've already given enough details, and everybody knows the next thing that happened. Tupac was murdered. He even says that if it would have been on his side of the car, he would have popped him. But it was because it was on the other side of the car that somebody else popped him. You're talking about someone being shot. That is evidence. Fool, you cannot make this stuff up. But there's more.
In an interview, Mike Tyson, who was close friends with Tupac, said that he wishes he had 5 minutes in the room with Tupac's killer.
Mike Tyson's a boxer, man. You know what I'm saying? He you know, all these dudes, Treach, I be hearing them all saying all that old tough shit, tough guys. Them dudes are rappers and boxers. They ain't about that life, dude. You know what I'm saying? They just stand in their place, dude. You know damn well you don't want to see this. You know what I'm saying? You know damn well you don't want to see this. You know what I'm saying? You know damn well you don't want to see this. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go. I don't know about him. It's do or die. And I'm from the old school on way, and I'm from Compton, dude. I'm not playing with that. Playing with nobody like that, dude. Nobody. Period.
Well, I interviewed Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And, you know, I brought your name up and you know, what you said in our interview. You can't see in the interview. And he said that you're telling the truth.
Tupac never jumped on him. He was by himself. He didn't my nephew never jumped on no Tupac. Come on, man. Tupac was wrong with 2 left shoes, nigga. I mean, don't you think he was wrong? Honestly.
I mean, yeah, I think he could have, you know, reacted in a better way.
You listen, homie. You don't think that man is wrong?
He could have reacted in a better way, I guess. I mean,
I'm talking about Vlad is his biggest fan. He admitted that man was wrong, man.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, he
Come
was
on,
wrong, man. But that was only done out of loyalty, man.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. He never jumped. My nephew didn't jump on him. He jumped on my nephew, a kid, man. My nephew was a kid. Them was grown ass mans, dude. He was a kid, dude. That's why he had on that jersey. He's a kid, dude.
Keffe D's worst problem in this trial is Keffe D. He just kept talking and talking for years. And it's all gonna blow up in his face. For the prosecution, I'm sure they are doing the Birdman hand rub. They can't wait to get him in court because he has a track record of this. And there are probably 10 more, 15, 20 more videos out there of him implicating himself over and over and over. And that just doesn't bode well. Vlad says something to him about Mike Tyson wanting 5 minutes with Tupac's killer. And his response is, he don't want to see none of this. He's referring to himself. What? Additionally, he just keeps on yammering and talking about how, you know, these guys talk all this tough guy stuff, but, you know, I'm trained to go. I'm ready. If they want to bring it, I'm here. I'm ready for them. They ain't ready for me. You cannot make this stuff up. Then in the next clip, he starts talking about how his nephew never jumped on Tupac. Tupac jumped on his nephew and how he was so wrong and he was just an effing kid, man. He keeps saying this over and over. And this is his nephew. And does this fool realize that this is establishing motive, which is more evidence? I'm just saying. What are we talking about here? This man has incriminated himself time and again and again and again. And they're just going to use all his own words against him in court. It's a mountain of evidence at this point, including a book. Dude is even saying right now, and it's believed to be what is going to be an integral part of his defense, that he wasn't in Vegas on the night of the murder, when in his own book, it is clear that he was. He has a picture of himself in Vegas on the night of the murder. But now he's trying to say that he wasn't really there. And the people who wrote the book just put that there to sensationalize things. And he got called out on that in the middle of an interview by this interviewer. Check this out.
I would like to say how my family is in danger and stuff like that. And how I wasn't even in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in Vegas when this stuff happened. So I just said that stuff to get out of trouble.
So you were not in Las Vegas, you're saying September 7th, 1996?
No, I wasn't. They can't prove I wasn't in Las Vegas.
I do want to mention, you had said that you were not in Vegas the night that Tupac died when there was the Mike Tyson fight. Again, I read your this book, every single page. You included a picture of your sister and yourself at the fight?
There wasn't no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat in September? That's what, I had no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat and I had a suit on and an overcoat? That was a New Year's party. That was a New Year's party.
So it says over here, me and my sister at the fight.
I didn't author that book. The dude just put that stuff in there. He ain't had no fight. September the 7th, it'll be 115 degrees. What I want to wear a suit with an overcoat on and a hat. Don't make sense.
So
Go back and look at the degrees that September. You think I'll wear that in September 7th? Come on now. A suit with an overcoat on and a hat.
So that's your defense of this, that you could not have been wearing an overcoat and a hat in September because it was too warm? Is that what you're saying? That's what you're going to go in court and tell these people you somehow weren't in Vegas when you clearly said that you were in Vegas and they just made it up for what exactly? And you're talking about how, oh, the guy just put this information in the book to sensationalize things and kind of trying to write that book off as not being official when you came out and co-signed the book yourself, saying how official it was and how everything in this book was 100% true. So either you were lying then or you're lying now.
Y'all need to go buy that book, Compton Street Legends.
I'll get everybody the whole book.
Yeah. You don't have to say something for them,
Yeah.
And we gonna do a doc. So, yeah.
So where can everybody
get
it?
We get more detail to that. Where can they get the book?
Yeah.
It's on Amazon, Compton Street Legends, and it's gonna be in Barnes and Nobles, September the 15th. Yeah. It's a good read, and it's the truth, and it's stamped, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no reason to lie, and it's stamped, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't got no reason to lie. Everybody saying this and this and that, but when nobody there but me. Greg Caden wasn't there. None of them suckers was there. I was there.
So Pac and Suge get shot up and they're heading to the hospital. And you guys head back to Compton the next morning.
The next day.
Next day.
They're going to go to town on this man because he really don't get it. He thinks that what he's saying is a plausible alibi. I don't see how the hell he walks out of that courtroom a free man. He has less than a snowball's chance in hell in my view. That's how I feel. Let me know what y'all think though. Does Keffe D have a realistic chance at beating this case? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you know when we upload a new video or go live. Major Gauge Podcast, we lit. All right.
Major Gauge Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.